Hi, I'm Mike Bolland, and in my life I've been able to do some pretty interesting things, single-handedly. In these videos I'm creating, I'm going to have some fun and show you how I do some common and not so common things. In this video, I show a few things I do while I get ready for work. And one of the most common questions I get is, how do I put on watches with one hand? And I can tell you this, for any budding one-handed person out there, the key is knowing what side to put it on. I do not want to put a watch on this side, and I can tell you why. They will just slip and fall right off. I'm a pretty smart guy. It took me 37 watches, but I figured it out after that. So, not a bad thing. Now, let me show you how to do two different styles of watches. One like this that has the clasp, and then another one that has the leather band. Come on, let me show you. The first example I'd like to show you is the clasp watch. On this particular watch, you just slide it on, and I do have to use my face a couple times here, but I'll push this up with my stump, hit that one, and then hit that one, and there you go, on, no problem. To take it off, I just put my arm underneath there, and there you go. Now, leather bands, they do introduce a little bit more of a challenge for me. That's why in the 90s I introduced some legislation to outlaw them completely. But it didn't go anywhere, because I think, as we all know, that two-handed people control not only the House, but the Senate. So, my bad luck. But let me show you how I do it. And for this one, I do need the assistance of my right leg. And when it's on my leg, what I do is I put my arm down there, my hand, and I take the band and I put it through the buckle. I'm able to do that. And then again with my mouth, put it, as long as I pull it back, get it right into the hole there, and boom. Now to take off the watch with the leather strap, just kind of do the opposite. I'll push the leather strap through the loop, bite it like I always have to do, and then just take it right off. Got to be a little careful. Again, use my face to make sure I don't drop it or break it. And that's the thing. I think you'll see that whether it be putting on my leather watch or tying my tie, which I'll do here in just a second, I have to use my mouth a lot. I have to bite on these things. And I know two-handed people, generally speaking, for breakfast they'll have probably some cereal, maybe bacon and eggs. But for me, and things that I really enjoy, a little tie in the morning, maybe a little leather strap, kind of puts me on my day and really gets me going in the morning. Now we'll get a little closer to show you how I button my buttons. I don't think it's anything exciting, but I got to tell you, there's a lot of people that ask me with one hand how I button my buttons. So let me show you. This one happens to be unbuttoned, so what I'll do is I just take my hand and I push the button. I use my stump and push the button through the hole, and there you go. Again, nothing spectacular. I believe even two-handed people can do it. I'm not sure. What I'm going to show now is how I tie a tie. Now, I do have to bite the tie a couple times while I'm tying it, but rest assured, no ties were harmed in the filming of this video. So number one, what I do, generally without a microphone, is I put this side over here, and by the way, full Windsors only. Do not like half Windsors. So I put the first side over here, and I'll come through, and I'll loop it through just like that. Go around once, nice and tight, and then here comes the first bite of the tie. Make sure the tie is fine. Calm down. Then I come back around to the bottom. Back around one more time, having my stump hold the tie in place. Go around once. The second time, I should say. Again, one more bite of the tie. For those of you with two hands, you probably don't understand how well or how good a tie actually tastes. Then I go through the last time. And there's my fold over there. Just go ahead and I just kind of hold the back as well I can. I will hold the back and tighten. I'm not looking in the mirror, obviously, so I can't tell you how well it ended up. But I would say, for the most part, everyone should have an understanding of how I tie my tie. The last thing I want to show you is the thing that I get more questions about than anything, and that's how do I tie my shoes. You probably didn't come here to listen to me talk about how I like the taste of ties in the morning, so let me show you. If you happen to see my workout video, the first thing I do is very similar to how I put the strap on for my pull-ups, and that's I put the shoelace around my arm and put it in a little loop here, and when you do that, it's as tight as anything. I mean, it's as tight as me holding this one. So what I do is I tighten it up and then I let it go, wrap it back around the other side, put the loop in, and then tighten it up, just like anybody else would. Then let go of that, make my first loop, hold it down with my stump, go around one time here, put it through, and bam. So that's it. That's how I tie my shoes. For bonus coverage, here's a close-up look at how I tie my shoes. Well, that's it for this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Lord knows I can only give one. I'm going to be doing more in the future. So if you could, please subscribe to my channel. If you have any questions, please put them in the comments. If you have any suggestions, love to hear from you. Thank you so much.